your support, your energy, your true desire for a city that's more fair, more just. It gives me that foundation to make the changes we need. So I want to say, just from the bottom of my heart, and yes, on behalf of Chirlane McCray as well, I want to say, I'll be her official spokesperson today. I want to say a profound thank you, because that extraordinary margin of victory that Rev talks about, that is because of people in this room who made it happen. God bless you and thank you for that. Now, Rev, as I have often said, every year, Reverend Sharpton is becoming stronger as a leader, is reaching farther as a leader. We can, every day of the week, turn on our television and hear him talk about what this country should be doing to move forward on health care, on immigration reform, on responsible gun control, on all the things that should be moving if we didn't have a Congress focused on obstructing not only a progressive agenda, but an agenda that the people of this country believe in. So every day we can see Rev articulate powerfully what we need to do and give heart to people who are making the changes. But he never forgets where he comes from.
That's right.
And so, in our very city, in the year 2013, where the way you shop is treated differently depending on skin color, Reverend Sharpton will stand up right here and now as well. And you can set your watch by it. You never have to wonder if he will remember where he came from and if he'll be the first one up to stand up for justice. And I've got to tell you, that is a blessing for all of us. Let's thank Reverend Sharpton. I want to thank Janae Ingram for her leadership in keeping NAM strong and building every day. I want to thank Reverend Dr. Scott Stringer. His impeccable attendance record at NAM. I gotta tell you, I don't know if people normally would say, no disrespect, Scott, I don't know if people normally say they're excited and they're jazzed about the controller. And I certainly don't think a lot of mayor-elects would say, wow, can't wait to get working with that controller, especially after he announced his first audit already. But I'm a little different. I am excited to work with Scott Stringer. For one thing, he really stands for something, and you heard it just now. He's a real progressive who stands for something, who's devoted his life to making changes in our city. For another thing, unlike some people in government, I think checks and balances are healthy. I think it's good to have another set of eyes, and this is a set of eyes I have faith in. Let's thank Scott Stringer. Tish James had to leave us, but she mentioned accurately that we have been close allies and friends. She also mentioned accurately that she will be the first to disagree when she thinks it's time to disagree. And I have immense respect. I am public advocate right now. I understand the job is to be an agent of accountability and in touch with the people. Now, I'm going to be in touch with the people too. So it's not going to be a one-way street, but I can tell you something. Tish is going to do an extraordinary job, and she's going to be a great conscience for this city. Now, I'll be very brief. I want to thank Reverend Sharpton for calling us together, because what I interpret this to be is the beginning of the next phase. And I think the way Rev described the challenge is exactly right. We have seen too many times that we achieve a great election victory and then forget that that is just the beginning of the work. I talked about this on election night. Progressive change has never been easy. It is not supposed to be easy. It's called progressive change for a reason. Implicitly, it means we're moving away from a status quo. And that status quo has a lot of people invested in it. And powerful people, powerful forces. And when you say, no, in fact, it's time to change our policies, change our society so it's more fair and inclusive, it's not shocking that there will be people who oppose that. Some of them very openly, some of them quietly, but yet still powerfully. And so our job is to look that in the face, not be surprised by it, not be thrown off by it, accept it as a part of the world we live in, and then move forward with the change. Now, election night, I talked about the fact that, for example, I'm going to go to Albany and say, it is time to tax people who make $500,000 or more so we can have full-day pre-K, so we can have after-school programs for our children. And if you believe in that, if you believe that every child in this city deserves full-day pre-K, that will be transcendent for our children, for our schools, that will help to frame a better future for our city, that it will be a great act of equalization. If you believe that after school keeps our children safe, gives them more opportunity to learn and grow, if you believe in that, then you'll be standing with me in Albany. You won't let me go alone. You'll be standing with me, letting everyone who represents this city and this state know how important it is to the future of our children. If you believe that we can have a safe city and a fair city at the same time, if you believe that there's a document called the United States Constitution that says that the rights of the individual, the civil liberties of the individual are part of what this country is about, and you can have law and order and respect for the individual at the same time, if you believe that our young men of color should be respected and celebrated and not treated like suspects even when they've done nothing wrong, then you'll be with me as we make these changes. If you believe that people should be given every chance to keep living in the neighborhoods they love, then you'll be with me when I say to the real estate industry, it's a new day. And we're going to require the creation of affordable housing. When you get the kind of plans you want from the city, the people are going to ask for their fair share. I'm going to need you every step of the way. And I will not be shy, and Rev is my witness. I will not be shy about coming back here and saying, now it's time. I need you to make your voices heard. Because we are going to get on with a very, not only progressive, but aggressive agenda. And it will work if you help us achieve it. So I want to conclude by saying I appreciate deeply what Rev said about what it's like to have been an organizer. You know, a lot of the work I did, even before City Council, I was a school board member, I worked on campaigns, I worked on important progressive issues, and I was always working at the grassroots level. And I listened to everyday people. And I heard what they needed, what they believed in, what they hoped for, and what they were willing to do to make the change. And throughout this campaign, I was struck so consistently. People every walk of life in the city would come up to me. They would tell me just how urgent the situation was. And I wish our friends in the media had had the chance to come with me each and every time and hear just how urgent the situation is on the ground. Just how many people are struggling to make ends meet. Just how deep their need is. But then people would talk about what we could do about it. I had many fewer complainers than I had people who said, this is what we should do. This is what we can do. And if you've been an organizer, you realize that there is a powerful impulse in people to not just look at the problem, but then get ready for the solution and get ready to be part of the solution.
Yes, sir.
That is the view I bring. The ethos I bring to this. The belief that the people of this city are ready for change and are ready to be part of making the change. The mandate we received on election night, it was historic. But it also spoke to the urgency that people feel and the fact that they're ready to work for it. And with your help, we will make this a city for everyone again. God bless you and thank you.